What's up, YouTube? This is Nikki with That Homeschool Life. Let me get situated here. It is late, guys. It's 10:41 p.m. on the West Coast. I just finished putting the boys to bed. They would not go down. They kept popping up like whack-a-mole. Okay, so as you know, I read daily affirmations from 2 books. I read from can you see that? Anne Wilson Schaefer, Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much. And I read from Iyanla Vanzant's Acts of Faith, Daily Meditations for People of Color. Now, it just so happens I'm reading October 6th. I know today's October 7th. I didn't read October 6th, and I really want to read it to you guys today. It's very powerful. I'm going to start with this one, the Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much. I'm going to start with that one first because it's going to tie in perfectly with the Acts of Faith. So let's get ready. And eventually, you guys, I'm going to try to do a screenshot so you can read along with me. October 6th, being obsessed. Why women who do too much housework should neglect it. Let's try that again. Being obsessed. Why women who do too much housework should neglect it for their writing, by Brenda Euland. This quotation is a chapter heading in Brenda Euland's book, If You Want to Write. It sums up the issue of being obsessed with our work. Yet, she goes on to devote an entire chapter to it. Why is it that the first things we give up and neglect are ourselves and the things that mean the most to us, like our creativity, our health, our children, and our loves? How sad it is that we often neglect our treasures for the insanity of addiction. How sad it is that we often neglect our treasures for activities of far less value. Well, that's what the insanity of addiction is about, isn't it? We cast our pearls into the pig pen and we scrub the colors off the kitchen tiles. Takeaway. Let's get clear here about what needs to be neglected. This is every woman I know in America. We obsess about every tiny, minuscule detail. And the big picture goes unnoticed, untouched. Now, you know, after I read the affirmations, I come back with my musings. Let's move over to Acts of Faith. Keep that in mind. Obsessed with the wrong things. October 6th. Just a quick glance. I don't even know if you can see that, guys. There are 4 rungs on the ladder of success. Plan purposefully, prepare prayerfully, proceed positively, pursue persistently. African American folklore. In everything you do, have a purpose. Make sure the quality of your intent is one of truth, honor, and love. Prepare to pursue your purpose with prayer. Ask for guidance, protection, and direction. Ask that closed doors be opened and that the purpose of those that remain closed be revealed. Give thanks for your answered prayers by proceeding without any doubt. Keep your purpose in mind. Trust the guidance you receive. Have faith in your ability to succeed and accept all that comes your way. If your purpose is clear, your prayers backed by faith, your outlook sure and positive, never, never look back. You may meet forks and turns in the road, but your obstacles shall all be removed. Takeaway: I am planning with purpose, preparing with prayer, proceeding positively in persistent pursuit of my goal. Now, let's connect the dots. We have a situation where we want to obsess on something somebody said, something we forgot to do, didn't do, homeschool stuff that didn't get to, homeschool stuff you didn't get to that day. Something, anything, it could be anything. It could be cleaning the house. You didn't get everything done that you wanted to do, your laundry. Just these little small things that don't mean anything. We obsess over all that. While you're obsessing over, I have 4 loads of laundry, a sink full of dishes, your children are off to the side being neglected. Or maybe you're obsessed with doing something that you think is positive. Maybe it's work, or you're hustling, and you're putting so much into the hustle that you're neglecting yourself, your family, your husband, your spouse, things that really have value in your life. So, and it's hard to see that when you're bogged down with an obsession. It's hard to see the light and what you need to focus on. So here comes Elanya. I can never say her name properly. Here comes Miss Van Zant, Iyanla. Have a purpose with everything that you do. And to be successful, you have to plan. You have to have a purposeful plan. And what that means is you can't just say, well, we're going to get through 4 chapters of fractions this week, and then you leave it there. You need to plan specifically, intentionally. How do you do that? What do you do on day 1 or on Monday and day 2, 3, and 4? What if your child blows through the work? Do you move ahead? If your child is struggling, do you stay behind? How long do you stay behind? So when you start to tackle the questions, it helps to say why, how. 2 powerful questions to help fine-tune your purpose. So once you have your plan, a purposeful plan, now you have to prepare for that plan. Go meditations, affirmations, prayer. You have to sit down and start telling yourself, this is what's going to happen. Your subconsciousness, your inner being has to believe this is going to get done. So you need to put it out into the universe. I'm going to do this. When you get up in the morning, you get in the shower, if you're making coffee, whatever you do in the morning, you get up in the morning, or you can still be in bed. I'm going to plan wonderful activities for my child to master fractions today. We're going to play this. We're going to do that. We're going to talk. We're going to discuss. Have this dialogue in your head so you can plant the seed for success, that you're going to have a successful day. Okay? That's how you prepare prayerfully. You have to put it out into the universe. And remember from the previous affirmation about we feel this sort of loneliness because we feel disconnected from source. So part of being connected to source is sitting down and having that conversation. And that conversation is preparing, having that conversation. There's no set way to do it. You don't have to be in a yoga position. You just be still and just talk, either out loud or quietly. Okay, so the 4 rungs on the ladder of success: plan purposefully, prepare prayerfully, proceed positively. So once you've written down your plan and you put it out into the universe, you've meditated on it, you've had affirmations about it, you've put it out into the universe. Now you can't just sit still and just wait. What do they say? Faith without works. You got to get the work done. You got to sit down with your child. You got to go out and make those phone calls or whatever it is that you need to do to be connected to the most important things in your life. You have to foot to ground. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. It doesn't matter if you don't know what to do, just move. You can be in the wrong direction. My new homeschoolers, don't worry about, am I doing this right? Is this how so-and-so would do this? Just do it. If it's a flaming failure, fine, you did something. Make a change tomorrow, but be positive about it. Okay, you know what? This book is not working for us. That's okay. Now we know. Let's try something else tomorrow. And then go back to your plan and rework it. Okay? Pursue persistently. Now, once you're on the path, a positive path, because you've planned and you've prayed or did affirmations on it, now you can proceed. And it's just putting the work in, guys. Once you feel that, okay, this is working, don't stop. Vlogtober. I am tired. It is 10, almost 11 o'clock, and all I want to do is go to bed. But I know that doing this is important to me, and it might help other people. And so I have planned, I've written it down. As a matter of fact, my Blogtober Day 7 today talks about blog ideals to help you get through this month. I made a plan. I wrote it down. I thought about it in the shower. I was thinking about blog ideals. And I said, I'm going to be very successful with this. I'm going to be full of ideas. Ideas are going to be bursting through my head. And I'll have so much. I won't know what to do. I have so much abundance. I have to share it with the world. And that's exactly what I did. I took my kids for a walk and I said, hey, let me share some of these ideas I've been thinking about. Prayer or affirmations, doing that with a purpose, okay? Now you're moving along, okay? Moving along. And so I started filming. Videos and can't stop. It's 31 days straight. And so consistency, whether you're doing a diet, trying to lose weight, trying to stop smoking, trying to grow your hair out, consistency is key. It's always the key and will always win the day. You just can't quit, no matter how hard it is, how ugly, how messy. Look at me. I got pimples coming out. Y'all, okay, I got my stuff microbladed up here. But look, all of this, my hair broke off in the back. I did a low ponytail for about a week or so and messed it up. Pulled my little squinchy thing too tight. Just a mess. But you're going to get me messy. You're going to get me cleaned up. But you're going to get me consistently every day for 31 days. So I just wanted to share that because I could have been obsessed with, well, everything's not set up right and this is not made up right and, I'm tired, I could have a million excuses. I could be obsessed with the wrong things, the things that need to be neglected. What's going on Twitter or Instagram, or let me catch my favorite shows on HBO or whatever. I could be obsessed with the things we need to neglect. You have to neglect so many things in this world right now so you can be able to plan with success. So I thought that those two passages were very powerful because the saying is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is so true and it's so key. So I hope you found some value in that. I hope that resonated with you. The 4 rungs of success, that can take you far in life. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read that to my children tomorrow during breakfast. You know what? I should print it out and just put it on the refrigerator or their bathroom mirror. They won't understand it all, but half the battle is just repetition, right? Over and over again. So anyway, yeah. So think about things that you're doing, you're feeling worn out. Think about, can this be neglected? Is there something more important I can be focusing on? And if you are true with yourself, we're all probably doing one thing that's obsessive, that's taking us away from something that's of greater value. If you can just sit down, be honest with yourself, and figure out at least one and work on that by making a plan, having a purpose, pray on it, have an affirmation about it, proceed with positivity, and then once you feel that, I'm on the right track, proceed, make sure you're on the right track. And when I say make sure you're on the right track, you're on the track, you're going to make mistakes and everything, and you don't stop. But the wrong track would be vices or things like that. So those are obvious. So proceed with purpose and then be consistent with that. And if you're consistent, you'll start seeing if there are some issues going on, you can kind of make a correction, but keep going. So that is it. That really run with that. I really like that affirmation. I'm going to really apply that in my life with my children. Okay, guys, I'm ready to go to bed. This is Niki with That Homeschool Life. Thank you for staying up with me. It's very vulnerable to get online and just start talking about things and looking a certain way and putting yourself out there. So I appreciate all of you who give me your time. I'm so appreciative of that. So have a good night. Have a wonderful, powerful Tuesday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.